Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late today. It is, I'm in Ontario and part of one of the strikes today. So my daughter is home and we are homeschooling and it's lots of fun. But I often talk about who are these guys behind Trudeau. Trudeau is currently on a full court press on in Africa campaigning for his UN Security Council seat. Okay, so that's what he's doing in Africa right now. So he's got Ahmed Hassan with him, which makes sense because Mr. Hassan is originally from Somalia, right? He often talks about how beautiful Mogadishu is. But who's this guy? Do you know who this guy is? Does he need introduction? Okay, so this is the Raptors coach. Yeah, yeah. Why is the Raptors, or not the Raptors coach, the Raptors president, excuse me. Why is Raptors president Massa Ujiri, and excuse me if I've got that wrong, traveling with Trudeau in Africa? And here's the speculation. I'm not going to read through the speculation. I just think it's really weird. Like, isn't it weird that the president of the Raptors is flanking Trudeau? I just think it's weird. So in response to what do you think Canada's chances are, Trudeau gives a minute-long laundry list of reasons why people should vote for him on the UN Security Council seat. None of those reasons is his beard. I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. CPAC is tweeting, quote, "I think over the past years, we've demonstrated as a country that we are engaged in serious multilateral institutions and solving challenges around the world," PM Trudeau tells media in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, when asked Canada's chances for UN Security Council seat bid. So, I mean, weird travel compatriots, strange travel partners. It's a little strange to, I don't know, campaign that way for your Security Council seat. Isn't it like you do things on the world stage? Isn't that how you're supposed to campaign for? I guess you got to go glad hand, right? Got to kiss the babies and all that stuff, figuratively. All right, moving on. Coronavirus, because this is the biggest news in the world today, and I am very busy today, so this is gonna be quick overall. But the number of infected on day 31, and day 31 is also February 10th. That's today. There were 40,627 infected, and there were how many dead? 910. And those are the official numbers. And I mean, that's concerning. Cases in Ontario, if you're in Ontario, still 3, 7 Canada-wide, or 8 Canada-wide, I believe now. We have 8 in total, 4 in Vancouver. I think it's 8. Could be 7. And 81 presumed negative. There are no presumed positive cases. So presumably, we haven't increased any at all. Fingers crossed, because I've seen some really concerning things. Here's the BBC, not the BBC, Sky News reporting coronavirus threat level raised after person under quarantine threatens to abscond. The spread of coronavirus has been declared a serious and imminent threat to the British public after a patient in isolation threatened to abscond. The announcement by Matt Hancock gives the government additional powers to forcibly quarantine people with coronavirus, which originated in a market in Wuhan, China. Maybe. A government source said there was someone who was threatening to abscond from Aero Park, a hospital where Britons evacuated from Wuhan are in isolation, despite all of them signing a contract agreeing to a 14-day quarantine period, which ends on Thursday. Those in quarantine will not be free to leave quarantine and can be forcibly sent into isolation if they pose a threat to public health, the Department of Health added. Hours after the announcement, the confirmed number of coronavirus cases in the UK rose to 8. A statement said the Secretary of State has made regulations to ensure that the public are protected as far as possible from the transmission of the virus. The Secretary of State declares that the incidence of transmission of novel coronavirus constitutes a serious and imminent threat to public health, and the measures outlined in these regulations are considered as an effective means of delaying or preventing further transmission of the virus. And there's more to this. Link is in the description if you want to get deeper into it. Here is the Director General of the World Health Organization, and he was tweeting this yesterday, 19 hours ago. I've just been at the airport seeing off members of an advanced team for the WHO-led 2019 Coronavirus International Expert Mission to China, led by Dr. Bruce Aylward, veteran of past public health emergencies. As I told media yesterday, the 2019 coronavirus spread outside China appears to be slow now, but could accelerate. Containment remains our objective, but all countries must use the window of opportunity created by the containment strategy to prepare for the virus's possible arrival. There have been some concerning instances of onward 2019 coronavirus spread from people with no travel history to China. The detection of a small number of cases may indicate more widespread transmission in other countries. In short, we may only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. In an evolving public health emergency, all countries must step up in efforts to prepare for the coronavirus's possible arrival and do their utmost to contain it should it arrive. This means lab capacity for rapid diagnosis, contact tracing, and other tools in the public health arsenal. I reiterate my call on all countries to share what they know about the 2019 coronavirus in real time with the WHO. I reiterate my call for calm. I reiterate my call for solidarity, human, financial, and scientific solidarity. Any breach in solidarity is a victory for the virus. In the spirit of financial solidarity, donors have been stepping up, blah, 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 blah. What I wanted to highlight was these tweets, right? And yes, remain calm, but wash your hands. Please wash your hands. So in response, now this is 2 days ago. I was putting this in to underline just how seriously Canada is taking this and Toronto is taking this. Blog TO is reporting Toronto is getting an Asian food festival in response to coronavirus fears. Yes, let's act irresponsibly and then brag about acting irresponsibly. How silly. How silly indeed. And the totals are here so we can confirm it's 7. It's 7. We don't have 8. That's good. Seven cases, 4 in Vancouver, 3 in Ontario. So 8 in the United Kingdom, but it took that many for them to call the coronavirus a public health, I don't want to put words into their mouth. Let's see, a serious and imminent threat to the British public. So, I mean, that's concerning, right? That's worth noting. There's also a cruise ship, and I watched the video yesterday, and hold on. Here it is. It's a cruise ship, the Diamond something. I can't remember the name of it. It's off Japan, and it keeps getting more infections, but the passengers are quarantined on the ship in harbor in Japan. And there's a couple of interviews with people. I'm going to play this quickly. But man, along the side here, there are British people, there are interviews with people who are quarantined on ships. And I find it morbidly interesting to watch. Just horrifying. Could you imagine going on a vacation and then having to deal with this? Whew, how do you explain that to your wife, right? And I mean, it's nobody's fault, but man, we were trying to go on a nice vacation. Awful, just terrible. But here's the report.
Cruise ship, this one, the Diamond Princess, quarantined off the coast of Japan. 6 more passengers have fallen ill, and that brings the total number of infected with the coronavirus to 69. There are about 200 Canadians aboard the vessel, and as our Chris Brown tells us, neither they nor anyone else will be getting off the ship this week.
We'll leave it there. Like I said, if you go to this, and I mean CBC News, you got to take it with a grain of salt, but the direct interviews with the Canadians on this ship are very interesting. And they're in the CBC News archive, so check that out if you're interested. Sorry, I have not done more this morning, but as I said, I've got to go and be a dad, be a parent, and be a teacher as well. So, which is no problem. I'm enjoying it, actually. So thanks for watching, everybody. Check out CanadaPoly.com. Check out CanadaReport.co, even though I'm very slow at updating it. And I apologize for that, too. And, well, it is what it is, right? And have a wonderful, wonderful